it's Michelle. Happy May, and welcome to yoga video number 5. Today, again, we'll just use a mat. I'll again ask you to place yours vertical versus mine, which will be horizontal. That way you'll get to see the best, you'll get to see things as well as possible. We will start again today, as we usually do, laying flat on our backs. So come on down to your mat, or whatever you're using for a mat. And stretch your legs out, turn your palms up, and begin your nice deep breathing. In and out through your nose. Nice, rhythmic, equal breaths. Pushing that air through the body as much as possible. So in other words, we don't want to have little shallow breaths up in the chest. We want to draw the air down into the belly. And in fact, it doesn't go into the belly, but it pushes all the various organs in such a way that your belly does rise and fall with your breath. And that's what you're looking for here. As you exhale each time, think about nothing except how soft can you make your muscles on your mat. The palms are turned up to make sure that your shoulders can sink as low as possible. Eyes are gently shut. And as you lay here, breathing and relaxing, and trying to soften up your body and your muscles as much as possible, try not to think about anything else that's going on in the world or in your life right now. Stay very inward here. We're trying to just focus on how we feel, how we're breathing, how our muscles are relaxing, and nothing else. Your jaw is soft, not clenching in your teeth. Press your tongue up into the roof of your mouth now as you exhale. And you'll hear that soft little vibration in your throat. It sounds a bit like you have a seashell up against your ear. It's that kind of whoosh sound that you're looking for as you exhale. And that is your Ujjayi breath. And it's a breath that we gravitate through to when we're practicing yoga. So take a few breaths just like that. And on your next inhale, draw your knees to your chest. And exhale as you softly start to rock from side to side. And with that roundness in your back, hopefully you're going to get that nice feeling of gentle massage in your low back. And because of the way your arms are wrapped around your legs, you develop a roundness in your shoulder blade area, which will give you that gentle massage up in the upper back area as well. let's pause in the center. Open the knees wide, bring the soles of the feet together. And just try and press the soles of the feet together with those knees out wide, gently hanging on with your hands. Relaxing through the shoulders and the neck. And then inhale the knees together. Exhale the legs up to the ceiling. Flex your feet. Bring your palms down to the floor. If you feel that your lower back could use a little help here, then just push your thumbs and forefingers underneath your bum a little bit, and it'll help you round your back out a bit. As you exhale, take your left leg down towards the floor. And then inhale that knee in. Exhale up. Hold for your inhale. And take the right leg down. Inhale, right knee in, point your toe. Inhale, stretch up, flex. Exhale down with your left leg. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale up. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale, right knee in. Exhale, flex that foot up. Hold for the inhale. And this time when you exhale, draw the legs wide into a straddle. And then roll your ankles around in a circle and get those toes wiggling too. And let's go a few times in the other direction. And draw the feet back together. And this time take the legs together halfway down on your exhale. Inhale, draw the knees to the chest. Exhale, flex both feet up, hold for your inhale. Exhale, just halfway down, both legs together. Inhale, draw the knees to the chest. And exhale, put the feet on the floor. And we'll remove the hands if they're underneath the bum. Turn the palms up. And as we breathe and relax here, we're just letting the knees drift gently from side to side. And sometimes you get, when you're moving around like this, particularly at the beginning, sometimes you get this little click sound as something adjusts in your back, and you don't want to force that to happen, but if it happens, that's fine. It's a good thing. It's just naturally going to adjust if it needs to. All right, knees up. Exhale, feet on the floor. Stretch the legs out. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, put them down on the floor behind you and just let them rest on the floor behind. And see how easily or not, maybe, that your arms rest on the floor. If you have trouble getting your arms down, you might have something impinging your shoulder a little bit, and if that's the case, don't force it. Just hold it where it's comfortable. And we'll flex the toes, lift the knees up a little bit, and then point the toes, stretch the legs, and just shake the legs out a little bit. Shake the wrists out a little bit, lift them, the arms up overhead, bring them back down to your sides. Inhale, arms up again. This time as you exhale, wrap the two arms around you. Give yourself a little hug. Wiggle your upper back from side to side a bit. Take note of which elbow is closest to your nose, because the next time we do this, we want the other arm to cross in front. So let's pause here. Inhale, arms up and out. And then the next inhale, lift up. Other arm crosses in front. Exhale, wrap those arms. This time, pull the heels towards the bum, and we're rocking a little bit more dynamically from side to side, taking the arms and the legs from side to side. And relax those arms by your sides. Let's inhale. One knee makes no difference which, into your chest, flex the foot. And on your exhale, just give it a little thrust forward to help you sit up. Bring the leg down and sit cross-legged. I'm facing you now, and hopefully you're facing me as well so you can see well. On your next exhale, tip your left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale, head up. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, up. Take the left arm down, right arm up. Big inhale. Exhale, bending the left elbow so that you can reach that right arm overhead. Eyes gazing up at that high arm. Maybe we'll take it for one full big circle here. And then one time in the opposite direction, exhaling as it moves away. Inhaling up and arms down. Chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head. Relax on your exhale. Inhale, left arm up. Right elbow is going to bend a little bit as you exhale into that side stretch on the second side. And let's go for a full rotation of the arm. And then as you go in the other direction, you exhale to begin. Inhale to finish. And exhale, come all the way down. Feet flat, knees upright, reach behind the thighs. As we inhale, we're drawing the rib cage tightly into the thighs, sitting up nice and tall, pushing the shoulders down. And then exhale, draw the spine back, tip the chin into the chest. Inhale, lift it up one more time, drawing the thighs and the rib cage together. Exhale back. And we'll go for one more. So you'll notice here that we're introducing our little dog tilt as we sit up tall. And then as we exhale back, we move into our cat stretch. Sit up tall and drop the knees over to the side so we can swing the legs around, and we will come up on all fours, facing front. I'll start facing front, but at some point I might switch. Actually, I think I might switch because I don't think you can get my full body in the frame this way, so I will go sideways right now. So to start with, let's keep our spine nice and flat. Our arms are straight, and we're trying to create lots of right angles. There's one here at the shoulder between the arm and the back. There's another one between the back and the thighs, another one between the thighs and the legs, and the lower legs. And there's one even between the hand and the lower arm at the wrist. So lots of right angles in table pose. Stretch those fingers nice and wide and press the full fingers into our mat. So it's like you're pushing that mat away from you. Lifting the right leg up. Point the toes to the ceiling. And then see if you can lift that left arm as well. And if you struggle with your balance here, you can bring the arm back down. And then stretch the leg out, stretch the arm out. Flex the toes down, turn the thumb up. Open the leg wide to the side, open the arm wide to the side. Put the foot down, hands flat. So your right leg is stretched out to the side, foot flat, make sure your baby toe is flat, and you want that foot to be as parallel to your mat as possible. Inhale, lift yourself up, arms lift up overhead, flex the head, flex the body back, pull your rib cage in, exhale, tip towards your extended right leg. Inhale, arms up, stand tall. Exhale, bring the hands back to the floor. Inhale, lift the leg, and then swing back, flexing the toes down, stretching that left arm out again, thumbs pointing up. Bend the heel towards your bum, swing your left arm around, and we're reaching for the foot. Now you may or may not be able to grab the foot, and if you can, fine. If you can't, not to worry. You want to make sure though that your shoulders are square to the front of your mat, so we're not twisting our body to get there. Stay nice and square to the mat, pushing the foot a little bit into the hand to get a nice big stretch down the front of your leg. And then bring the arm and the leg extended out one more time. Take the hand down, the knee down, push back to child's pose, and just breathe it out here. Rising back up to do the other side. I am going to spin around. You stay where you are. So it's the left leg back, point the toe up, stretch the right arm, point the fingernails up, and then stretch the arm, stretch the leg, flexing the toes down, the right thumb is up. Consider closing your eyes for a moment and see how you balance here. Hand down, leg swings to the side, press it down, keeping it parallel to your mat, baby toe pushing into the floor. Inhale, rise up. Lean back, but suck your rib cage back. Exhale, tip your arms towards your left foot, looking up to the right arm. Inhale up, exhale back to all fours. Swing your left leg back, rise up through the right arm once more. Bend your left heel in, swing that arm around, and again, we're grabbing the foot if we can. If we can't, we're just reaching in that direction, squaring the shoulders to the front, pushing the foot into the hand for a nice big stretch down the front of your leg, and then let go, stretch out one last time. This time the hand comes down, and with the leg outstretched, add leg number 2 so that you're in plank. Push the mat away with your arms. One more breath here, and as you exhale, downward dog. And if downward dog isn't right for you right now, you can do child's pose instead. If you're in downward dog, step your feet in about 1 foot length, and then take your legs for a walk, pressing one heel down as the other heel rises, and then switching. And it's not a fast walk, it's a slow walk. So as you inhale, one heel reaches towards the floor, and on your exhale, it's the other foot. Continue walking it out. Push your head through your arms so that as you look from side to side, you can't really see your arms in your peripheral vision. And as you walk your feet out, start to walk your hands back. one step at a time, so that eventually you're standing in forward fold, just letting the arms softly relax, keeping your knees just ever so slightly bent to calm your back, and then sway from side to side through your upper body. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, sweep the arms forward to chair. And then inhale, lift all the way to the top, looking up at those hands. Exhale, bring your hands to rest at the center of your heart. And then relax your arms towards the floor. So we are standing now. For this next section, we will flow through most of it. If it gets to be tiresome, you can skip your downward dogs and your the little push-ups that we do moving in and out of downward dogs. Those might be a little bit much. So if they are too much for you, just go into child's pose and relax through those sections and work on the postures that we do in between our flowing sequence. Okay, I'll face you for a moment. Let's lift the toes up. I don't know if you can see my toes from there, but the toes are lifting up and spreading wide before you put them down. We're trying to always keep our feet nice and parallel. Drive energy up through the legs into the hips, and then we are going to engage Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Mula Bandha being the pelvic floor lifting. It's like an energy lock, the lifting and locking of your pelvic floor. And then do the same through your belly. Uddiyana Bandha. Arms down. Relax your shoulders. The chin is just resting in that soft spot in between, not thrusting forward or drawing back. Bring your palms to rest at heart center. Take a big breath in and out through your nose. Let's just do some breathing. Inhale up, stretch the arms to extended mountain pose. Exhale, sweeping those arms down. Inhale, lift. Look up at those fingertips on the lift. Exhale, palms to rest. Again, inhale up. Now as the arms sweep, pull them back slightly so you feel the little pulling together of your shoulder blades. And then inhale again, pull the shoulder blades together, lift up, look up. Exhale, flatten the back. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, straighten the spine. Inhale, arch the spine to the top. Exhale, straighten the spine, coming down. We'll add in a few extra moves here for a half sun salutation. In total, a half sun salutation has six moves and over 3 breaths. So you're trying to match an inhale or an exhale to each one of your moves. I'll turn sideways for this one only because I think it's easier for you to see my back from here, and I want you to see that slight tip as we move, as our arms circle. Inhale up. This is our first move into our extended mountain. As you exhale, open the arms, soften the knees, come all the way down, and go from an arched back to a round back here at the bottom as you hang in forward fold or Uttanasana. Hands to shins, inhale and stretch the legs and the arms. Take the eye gaze forward so that you have a nice right angle between the legs and the back. And then as you exhale, round that back out again. Let the head and the arms drop. Inhale, we're rolling up. We're circling the arms and arching the back on the way up. Looking up at those fingertips. finally, to finish our third breath, we come back, hands to heart center. So we'll do that again, but we're going to pace it up a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Come right out of your heels. Inhale, stretch and look forward. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, sweep up to the top. Exhale, palms to the heart. One more round. Inhale, leaning back. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll to the top. Exhale, palms to the heart. All right. So from a half sun salutation, we'll add in some legs and do a very straightforward, basic, full sun salutation. Again, we'll do the first one kind of slow, followed by two a little bit more quickly. Okay? Again, I'll turn sideways. No, I'm going to turn this way first. All right, palms at the heart center. Inhale, up, stretch those arms, leaning back, pulling the rib cage in. Exhale, opening the arms, coming forward from the hips, not from the waist, until you're all the way forward. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release the hands all the way to your mat this time. Step your right leg back as far as you can. And then take your right knee down. Sweep both arms forward, lift up to crescent moon. Exhale, hands all the way to the floor. Taking your left leg now, step it back. And then walk your hands forward so that you hinge and drop your hips. Big breath in, and as you exhale, we're rolling your body all the way to the floor. And then as you inhale, lift the legs from the hips. And today, let's stretch the arms back with the palms turned to the ceiling. Hold the chest up, the legs up, the chin, the arms. And then exhale down, bring your hands by your chest, tuck your toes. So at this point, you can choose to either go to child's pose or to downward dog. Let's inhale and lift ourselves up and then back. And if you choose downward dog, step your feet in a little bit. Hold and breathe. We're pushing our left heel down, lifting the right leg up, and taking a giant step forward to the wrist. Now, you want to land softly, and you want to land right where the wrist is. So if you can't get that the first step, take 2 or 3 steps, walk your foot up to where you want it, and then drop your back knee. As you begin to lift up, double check and make sure that your heel is right under your knee. Arms forward, lean back. Exhale, palms down. Take the right leg back now. Walk the hands forward and hinge your hips. As you exhale, roll your belly all the way to the floor. As you inhale, lift the legs, stretch the arms back, and return to the floor. Bring your hands by your chest. Tuck the toes, and we're going to either child's pose or downward dog, but first we're lifting up and then hinging back. Walk your feet in a little bit if you're going to downward dog. Pull your ears away from your shoulders. Right heel down, left leg lifts. Big step forward, let's walk that second foot in. So the feet are side by side, parallel. Release the arms, sweep them all the way up to the top. Exhale, palms to the heart. Take a breath. Okay, I'm going to turn a little bit more at an angle on the other side for this one, and we'll do exactly the same thing, but with a little bit more speed, and we'll start by taking the left leg back instead of the right leg, just for variety. Okay, inhale, lift, lean back. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, hands to the shins, stretch. Exhale, hands down, left leg back first, knee to the floor. As you lift up, you want to have a really good extension behind you here, and this leg is right over the knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take it all the way down. Slide your right leg back. Hinge forward, roll your belly to the floor. Inhale, lift the arms and the legs with the palms turned up, facing back. Exhale, tuck your toes, hands by your chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge back. Step in. Right heel down, left leg up. Step forward, back knee down. Sweep the arms up. From crescent moon, we're coming back to the floor on the exhale, and then slide your leg back. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge back, step in. Left heel down, right leg up. Step forward once, and then a second time. Release, roll up. Exhale, palms to the heart. Take a moment for a couple of breaths. All right. So, more or less the same thing. We're going to change it up a wee bit, add in a few extra things. Again, let's do it once, all the way through, kind of slow. Check in with our different positions, make sure that we like the way it's going. And then the second time we'll add some speed to it and flow a little bit more. All right. Palms resting at heart center. Inhale, up, lean back. Exhale, swan dive. You should feel like you're diving off a cliff here. Your heels almost come right up off the floor. Soften the knees as you drop. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Right leg is going back first. And again, you want to step it back far enough so that when you put that foot on the knee on the floor, it's not under your hip, it's way back. This knee, however, is tracking right over your heel. All right, inhale, both arms stretching up. Exhale, push back, fingertips down. So you might not be able to see my foot in the frame, but my foot is completely flat. But then the next time I exhale, I'm going to pull my toes up into the flex position. And then inhale, drop it forward. Make sure that your knee, again, is right over the ankle. On your next inhale, the left arm reaches up. Exhale, arm down. Step that leg back. Hands flat. Hinge forward. And this time, instead of coming all the way down onto the chest, just halfway. Hold. Let's drop the hips. Inhale and lift the chest, stretching the arms. Tuck the toes. Exhale to down dog or child's pose. Step your feet in a little bit. Hold. And this time we're lifting the right leg and pushing the left heel down. But keep your right knee bent and throw your right hip up as high as possible so that you're opening the hip up and the big toe is almost coming down to touch your left bum cheek. And then step that foot all the way forward to the right wrist. Take a couple of steps to it if you need to. And the left knee relaxes to the floor. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, stretch back. Hold while you inhale. And the next time you're exhaling, we're pulling the toes up into this flex position, pushing the bum back towards your heel. And inhale it back so that your foot is flat. Your hand is resting, left hand on the floor. Your left hip is forward, and we're inhaling the right arm to the ceiling. And try not to drop this right knee out to the side. Keep it tucked in. Exhale, hands down, and then sliding the right leg back, palms flat. Inhale, hinge forward to a little modified plank here. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows halfway, a little bit of a push-up here. We call this a chaturanga. And then drop your hips, lift the chest, looking forward, breathing in. And as you exhale, tucking the toes, going into down dog. Right heel down, left leg up, bend the knee. Lift the hip. Circle the foot around so that your big toe is close to your bum. And big giant step forward to the wrist. Second foot in. Release and roll to the top. Leaning back. Exhale, palms down. Take an extra breath. Okay, so we will repeat that, but a little bit more quickly. Again, if you're feeling tired and you can't do the whole thing, take rests when you need to. Maybe you just want to watch one round and see what it looks like. So you can do that. Okay. Palms resting at the center of the chest. Inhale, lift. Swan dive forward. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, down. The left leg is going back first. Knee to floor. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hips back, legs straight. Lift the toes. Drop down. Lift the right arm. Exhale the arm down. Step the leg back. Inhale, hinge forward to plank. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, roll it up. And from cobra, move to downward dog. Step in. Right heel down, left leg up. Bend the knee. Big toe to the bum. Step forward. Back knee down. Stretch the back foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back. Hold, inhale, and then exhale to flex the toes. Inhale, hinge forward. Hold for your exhale, and then inhale, left arm up. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, then exhale, slide that leg back. On your next inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step in. Hold and breathe. left heel down, right leg up. Step forward, second foot in, release, roll up to the top. Exhale. Palms resting at the center of your heart. Breathe. Arms down. Let me just look at my clock here. I think we've got time for one more, so we'll do one more. Okay. For this one, when we step our leg back, we'll keep the knee up. We don't want to put the knee down on the floor again. So if you've got padding for under your knee, probably won't need it now unless you feel that you need it through chaturanga, because for some of us, chaturanga on our toes is pretty intense. We'll see as we move along. Okay. This time, as we exhale, the arms will fold forward. So inhale up and tip forward, arms coming forward this time. Feel the weight moving right out of the heels. Soften the knees as you drop forward. Inhale, stretch halfway up. Exhale, release down, soft knees. So it's the right leg going back first. We're going to initially have our feet quite parallel. Sweep the arms up. Lift your back heel. Bend your knees. And then lift your front heel. And try and balance there for a moment. Drop the front heel, drop the arms. On your inhale, pick that back leg up, and it doesn't have to be super high. Maybe you just want to lift it a little bit, but to whatever height feels right for you. And as the foot drops back down, pivot your heel in a wee bit so that you've got a little bit more of a side-facing angle here. Arms out. Look over your left fingertips. Now watch your left knee. Push it away towards this wall. I'm pushing mine towards this wall. So it's pushing in the direction of your baby toe. Dropping your right arm, flipping the left palm, and then inhale. Up. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, right arm up, stretch. And then as you inhale, stretch your right leg and reach that right arm directly overhead, looking up at that hand. Bend your front knee, open up the arms one more time. Take your hands all the way to the floor. Stepping your left leg back, we're in a full plank now. You can put the knees on the floor if you like. Bend the elbows halfway. Drop the hips, look forward, stretch up. Exhale back. Downward dog or child's pose. If you're in downward dog, remember to step those feet slightly forward. We're pushing the left heel down, lifting the right leg up, and this time not too high. Instead, we're drawing the thigh towards the chest and dropping the hips, and then kick the foot forward and roll yourself up, arms forward. All right, bending the back knee, bending the front knee, and lifting the front heel. We're balancing here. Dropping the arms, dropping the front heel. The arms sweep back. The back leg is gently lifting up off the floor. Now, if you throw it up with a lot of gusto, it's hard to stay balanced. So pick it up gently. Flex the toes down. And now we'll drop the foot, pivot your heel in just a wee bit, and open your arms. The right knee is pushing towards the baby toe. Flip the right hand up, drop the left arm and lift the right arm, looking up. Big breath in. As you exhale, that right elbow comes down, drop the arm, left arm up, stretch. Looking at that hand. And then stretch the leg and both arms, one arm up, directly up, one arm directly down. Bend the knees, stretch those arms back out to warrior two, and all the way down, stepping into plank, knees up or down. Exhale, bend the elbows, and then inhale, stretch the arms, chest up. Exhale, down dog, step in. Right heel down. Lift that leg up and then draw the thigh into the chest. Kick the foot forward. Second foot in. Roll to the top. Lean back. Exhale, palms to the heart. So maybe I'll turn to face this side for the next one. And we'll go one more time. We'll go through it just a wee bit quicker to finish up. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, hands down, left leg back. Inhale, draw it up to high lunge. Lift the front heel, bend the knees, do a little balance. Breath in, and then on your exhale, move to warrior three. And then inhale, switch to warrior two. Inhale, lift your right arm, drop the left arm for reverse warrior. Exhale, reverse the arms only, and move into side angle pose. And then stretch the legs and the arms straight up to triangle. And we're coming back, warrior two. Arms all the way to the floor. Step back to full plank. Elbows halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step in. Left heel down, right leg up. Draw the thigh to the chest. Kick your foot forward. Roll up. Front heel lifts. Down we go. Kick off to warrior three. I'm a little close to the wall here. To warrior three. Open up to warrior two. Somehow I mixed my sides up, so we're gonna fix that right now. Sorry folks. Right leg back. Balance here, arms up. Exhale, sweep back. Drop down, open. Reverse warrior. Side angle. Triangle. Push your left hip under you. Warrior two. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. And let's gently drop to the knees and push back to child's pose and relax. Walk your hands back. Sit on your heels for a moment. So I want to stay facing side for a moment because again, I want you to be able to see my back here. We're going to do a camel. And the full expression of camel pose is pretty intense because our feet are sort of flat like this with the toes extended out behind. The arms circle in and you go all the way back to your heels and hang on here. But that's huge. So for most of us, I'm going to suggest that you tuck your toes in this way. Your heels will be a little higher, or you just stay here. Sometimes you might even want to put something underneath so that you can sit on it. You know, for some people it's even sitting cross-legged like this and swinging the arms back and holding on here. So there's some variations here. You do the one that's going to work best for you. I will do the one that I think is probably the one that most of you are going to attempt. I'm not sure you're all going to feel that you were successful with it, but we'll try it, okay? Tuck your toes under, inhale, arms up, and as the arms float down, see if you can at least take one heel. I think probably you'll be able to do that easily enough. It's the second arm sometimes that's a little challenging, so try your best. And if it's not going to work, just let one arm float and the other one can hold on to the heel. And then lift up. Stretch out the toes, go back to child's pose, breathe. What we have not done, you can stay in child's pose here, what we have not done since we've been doing the video series is a sort of the traditional pigeon. It's a pretty intense version of pigeon. I thought maybe we could try it today, but I'll give you an option if you're struggling with it. Let's start by sliding the right leg back as far as possible. I don't think I'm in the frame, so I'm going to move back a little bit to get more in the frame here, but there we go. And then, I hope you can see this, we're taking the back, or the front foot here, which will be my left foot, and I'm wiggling, so that ultimately I can change the position of my shin so it's now facing front instead of it's facing perpendicular to the back leg versus parallel to the back leg. Make sense? So maybe I'll try and move back even a little further and hopefully it's easier to see. So I want to walk my foot up like so. This position is pretty intense, as I said, so for some of you, maybe you just want to come down and sit on your left bum cheek and stay here instead. Either way, we'll take both the hands down, and on your next exhale, float your chest down toward your front leg, and just rest your head and breathe into this pigeon pose for a few breaths. So again, if you need a gentle version because either your knee or your hips, if something's not cooperating, you're sitting on your left butt cheek. Otherwise, you're up off your hips. The more you flex your left foot, the easier this will be, and certainly the more gentle it is for your left knee. Okay, drop the hip down so we're all on our left hip now. And take your right leg, swing it off to the side, stretch it out, and twist your body around, slide your right bum cheek back so that you can face your right leg head on. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, and see if we can stretch the fingertips towards that foot. Some of you will be able to grab your calf here or your shin. Some of you may have your hands down by your ankles. Others might be able to wrap their hands around the foot. Whatever. The idea though is that you don't want to round the back and hunch your shoulders up. You want the shoulders to be relaxed and you're looking forward at your toes. Keeping your back straight. Okay, relax. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So to be sure that I'm facing you, I'm going to switch. And I'm starting with my right knee in front and my left leg extended back. And then when I feel like my hips are ready, particularly my right hip is ready, I'm going to wiggle my right foot around and see if I can get it more parallel to the top end of the mat versus to the side of the mat. And again, if it's not working for you, and it might not be the same as the other leg because we all have, our bodies aren't exactly the same one side to the other. So if you need to drop down on your right bum cheek, go ahead. Otherwise, we're staying up here in pigeon. And then when you're ready, let's drop onto the elbows and rest in sleeping pigeon here. And you can do that whether your right bum cheek is up or down. Stay here for a few breaths. Get a nice big stretch around that right hip. All right, and lift yourself up. Drop the bum down. Swing the left leg out to the side. Turn to face that leg. You usually have to pull your bum back a little bit so that you can face your left leg head on. The right knee is off to the side. Inhale, arms overhead, and exhale, swan dive forward. And again, you're lifting from the hips so that you can relax your shoulders and keep your eyes on your toes and stretch your body as far as you can. If you lean from the waist, it cuts you off. Lean from the hips and you get more extension there. A nice big stretch behind your leg. Inhale, roll up. All right. Extend both legs out. Because I'm up my mat side facing, I'm going to swing around to face the end of my mat. And I want to make sure that my heels are right close to the end of the mat. Palms turned up. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to roll down, 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 down. And eventually you're either going to come crash landing, or maybe you just support yourself on your elbows and come all the way down, rolling the head to the floor. Palms turn up. Breathe. We have time maybe for an inversion today. So let's lift our legs straight up. Flex the feet. Push the tailbone down. Draw the arms up so that the thumbs are facing behind you and the palms are facing each other. Now you don't want to overreach those shoulders. Relax them down. Close your eyes, especially if there's lights overhead. And stay here for a few breaths. And eventually our feet are going to come down to the floor. Our arms drop down to the floor, palms up. Stretch your legs, breathe. And relax every muscle in your body. Stay there. Now typically if you feel a little chilly at this point, it's not a horrible idea to throw a blanket on, put on a sweater, maybe put some socks on your feet. Do what feels good so that you can stay nice and cozy through this next 5, 6, 7 minutes, depending on how long you want to stay. So I'm going to ask you to lay down if you're not already laying down. If you need to put something on to stay warm, please do. And when you lay down, turn the palms up and start your breathing like you did at the beginning. Just this exactly the same, a little softer now. And try your best just to sink into your mat and relax every muscle in your body. I'm moving out of the frame because I think that otherwise people tend to watch me and there's nothing to see at this point. I really just want you to relax, eyes closed. If you've got some lights, you may want to shut them off like I'm going to do right now. And the challenge always at this point is, can I stay quiet here and not start thinking about all the things that are on my mind, but rather just enjoy the stillness and the quiet of the moment. Stay turned into my own body instead of thinking outside my body or even outside the room. It's very challenging for us as human beings. We like to think, but we'll try not to for the next several minutes. And I would encourage you to stay here as long as you can. In a perfect world, we would try and even maybe stay for 10 minutes or more. There's no exact amount. Whatever's comfortable for you. Stay as long as you like. I'm going to say goodbye now, but I'll see you again soon. Namaste.